Now let's review today's plan of action on main menu. You will see that some of the things are in red and some of the things are in blue. The system automatically highlights the item in red if it needs your attention. Let's just go down the list. View web requests. Here it's in blue. Obviously there is no web request here, but this is a feature that allows you to have a queue of upcoming web requests that's sent to you from your website. If you have your settings set up that you are able to connect your Petsit Connect account to your website so the customers can submit a request online. Once they click submit, you will have a queue of those requests here under view web requests. If it's blue, it means there is nothing there. If you log on in the middle of the day and you see it's red, it means that a new web requests have been submitted. Every time somebody submits a web request, you will also receive an email notification as well. View follow-up notes is an option to make notes for yourself and reminders, either for yourself or for your employees. It will highlight anything that's past due or due today in red, and everything else is going to be in regular black. So it's not going to be highlighted. So for example, here you have, you can either add a note to yourself, follow up on tomorrow, for example, follow up on schedule. Or like we have here a request that's past due, and if I were to take care of it, I just, let's see, I can either edit it and move it forward to the future date, or I can remove it. Remove notes. And now this request, this follow-up note is gone from this queue. So now if you go back to main menu, your follow-up notes are not in red anymore. So that's another good visual for you. First visit notification is something that you can do to notify clients of the visits that are coming up tomorrow. Here we have, usually you'll have a list of more than one client. This is a testing software, but you will have an option to click notify, and an email goes out to the client and the pet sitter notifying them that the visits are starting tomorrow. You can also subscribe for phone confirmation service, and if you do, there will be another link here, notify by phone. It's $10 a month, and you would need to send a request to us to do that. Once you're done with notifications, first visit notification, you can just manually check it off as completed, so that in the middle of the day later on you are not thinking, have I sent my notifications today yet or not? So that way you know that it's already been taken care of. Incompleted visits, this is something that you set under my settings, under general options, whether you want to see the incompleted visits from yesterday or from today. So you will see that these two pet sitters have not checked the visits off as completed. So you have an option to email sitters or call them if you have that phone calling option set up through us. But if you just email the pet sitter, you can just wait and either check it off as you already done that and then follow through throughout the day whether the pet sitters get back to you or not, or you can just leave it unchecked and work throughout the day and check it off once you have confirmed that all the pet sits have been completed for yesterday or for today. Failed payment information is when somebody's card does not go through or a client does not have a card on file. You will have an automated flag here pop up, and the way you can handle it, like here, looks like the customer's card didn't go through. So what I will do, I'll just click on the customer's name, scroll down, send credit card request, and my letter that says that the card did not go through pops up. I click send, and this letter will have a link for the customer to submit their credit card information online. Then I go back and I can, like for example, this person, I know she pays by check. I'm going to dismiss her If I scheduled more than one visit, I will have to dismiss more than one, and I have been using myself on testing. Let me see here. There. This is my last one. There you go. And this is another client that has no card on file, and I can either follow up with the client and remind them to give me a credit card, or remind them about the check, or just dismiss that. So I've already emailed this customer, so I'm going to add a note for myself. Waiting for customer response, so that I know that I already, and I may put here a note here as well. 5, 3, 12, there. Now I can check it off for today and then come back to it tomorrow if I need to. Sitters with new job schedule. This is a great feature. It will pull up everybody that has visits scheduled within the next 3 days. Anything that's starting today or tomorrow will be in red. Anything that will be the day after tomorrow will be, or the day after tomorrow will be in regular black letters. That will visually give you an idea about who needs to be followed up with. And when you follow up, you can either add notes or dismiss this red flag. Then you check it off. The new clients, if it's in red, it means that you have unworked items in the new client queue from today. So you kind of review, you see that, okay, we have a meeting that already took place in red, and the information still has not been submitted by the pet sitter or the client, so you need to follow up on this one. So you kind of review that every day, obviously. You check it off when you're done with it for the day. And if there is something new that comes to your new client queue through your web requests, for example, you get if somebody schedules visits on your website, it goes to your web request queue, you assign that request to a pet sitter, so now this client moves from your web requests to your new client's queue, and you work this client now from here, and in that time this new client queue will turn red, notifying you that you have a new item that has not been worked today. Invoice clients is an option to kind of double check and see who has not been invoiced and has been the visits have been finished before today. So this is a very similar report to the, let's see, view receivables, I believe. Yes, it's pretty much the same as your receivables report, but on your receivables report you have an option to extend the date from just, from cutting off everybody on yesterday, you can actually extend it in the future. On invoice clients, you don't have that option to extend that in the future, but it's kind of a more simpler way to look at everything that has been finished before today and has not been invoiced. It's kind of like a safety net that you don't leave any visits uninvoiced by any accident. Go back to main menu, process payments. We've looked at this many times, so that's where you process your payments. And when you're done for the day, you check it off as done. Submit timesheet. This is something your pet sitters can do themselves if you give them that option, or you can do it for yourself. You can submit your timesheet. Whomever is logged on, that's whose visits are going to show up. And update credit card information. This will turn in red if you have new credit card updates submitted by your clients. So when you send an email to your client that the credit card we have on file is not going through, here's the link. Please update your credit card on file with us. Once they type their information, click submit, you will get a notification here that it has been submitted, and you will be able to import that information to the database. This information is not transmitted by email. It is password protected and it's very secure. And so you now have all the things in blue, so you're kind of done for the day, and you can check and uncheck them as you're working through your stuff throughout the day. But tomorrow, everything will reset back into red, like the follow-up notes will reset themselves and they will turn to red if something comes up tomorrow. And then your first visit notifications will automatically turn to red. It means that you worked them today, but tomorrow there will be a new reminder that they need to be worked, since this is something you obviously need to do every day. In completed visits, so everything will kind of reset and will turn either red or stay blue depending on if anything needs attention.